They say at WhatCulture, everyone's got a gimmick, an eel, a drink, a podcast that can be controlled. But the great ones, they use it to their advantage. They own it. They've got them right where they want them. The rest just haven't figured it out yet.
See, guys, anything's possible in the pyramid.
So, Uno!
Wait, are we not playing poker?
Well, this didn't work. Do you go back to Vegas?
Yeah?
Okay.
Welcome back to fabulous WhatCulture Mania Las Vegas. 4 nights, free entry. You'll be getting WrestleMania ups and downs live in the Luxor Hotel and Casino, and start spreading the news because we're bringing Raw and SmackDown watch parties to New York, New York. Plus, there will be even more huge announcements coming soon, so sign up and be the first to know.
Yes, anything really is possible in the pyramid.
Hello and welcome to the AEW Dynamite Preview. We are the Dudley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett, Michael Sidgwick, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review AEW Dynamite. Your heads went the same way this time, it threw me off.
Good harmonies on that.
So, Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. Pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a lot of good, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, they're joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to look ahead to Dynamite tonight and the go-home show ahead of AEW Revolution.
Revolution has been built very well indeed. This card looks very, very good indeed. It's a good time to be an AEW fan. It really is. This is the most I think I've been able to say that without any kind of caveats or qualifiers, or if it wasn't for Chris Jericho or if it wasn't for the crime wave perpetrated by the Death Riders and all the rest of it, it just feels top to bottom. Obviously I have issues. I'm not saying it's perfect. There are too many titles and Tony Khan's quirks are still pretty irritating on occasion. I still think Excalibur should be replaced to do the action calling instead of the play-by-play, and I think that's becoming a big problem. However, in terms of the booking, in terms of the general outlook, the feeling, the atmosphere, the quality of storytelling, and the in-ring action, this is the best it's been in a long, long time, consistently at that. And it's just funny how, I know you can't really do this forever, but it is the least amount of ex-Fed influence over All Elite Wrestling for God knows how long. God knows, there's always someone since, 2022, feeling like they're in the way, or they're not contributing, or things aren't working out for them, brother. Or there are people who've just walked in, just walked right in, walked right in, and just felt completely entitled to, oh, well, I'm Edge.
That's why I win.
That's why I win, And it's there's been no cope. Jericho's completely, he's just as I said on the Raw review, he has got himself looking like Jim Caviezel in the Passion of the Christ level shape to get his Fed bag. Absolutely pathetic. You know what I've done that last year? Put your best foot forward. Dick. No Jericho, no cope. There was a lingering, hang on, is this just another Miro situation where the Hurt Syndicate just want to talk over everybody and don't really want to seem to lose, even though it's kind of time to lose. When you drop the titles, you should probably take the fall there.
You should probably be on camera there, boss.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They feel like they are... It's one of those... There's obviously a story there with the Hurt Syndicate. Didn't Lashley come out on socials and say, I'm fit and raring to go? Give me the belt and I shall. I didn't say that, but maybe that's what's going on.
They're kicking around. It's Mojo Rawley's PR company's version of
WrestleCon over WrestleMania weekend. Slamfest, I think it is. And they're some of the only, like, Tony Khan likes that thing of, like, AEW wrestlers. By and large,
there are exceptions.
There's some exceptions, but, like, not really about much over WrestleMania weekend. Like, all the Hurt Syndicate. Get yourself along from the meet and greet. Like,
it's just, and it's just funny how people have said, you know, fans, analysts, whatever, God, it really diminishes this idea of AEW as this upstart, you know, it's a bit sort of like sanctimonious. We're better than the Fed, a little bit smaller, but we're much better. We can do this here, that here, whatever here. And these, you know, these ex-Fed guys with a kind of attitude ruin it, undermine it, try to exploit it. It just doesn't feel like a coincidence to me whatsoever that there's this feeling of, actually, because we've been trapped as an AEW fan, follower, whatever, and we're so back, it's so over cycle since, what, August 2022? September 2022? Of, like, false dawns. Sorry, Hamflett, you can talk in a minute. I'm just on one here, apparently. Just trapped in this, oh, God, we're so over, it's so over, we're so back cycle. This is the most it's felt back in a while. To the point where I was getting asked this question on Q&As and on the pods that we do some Fridays, not others. Potentially no more Fridays because the show might be debuting imminently, but more on that later. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? And I said, even in that period where they built tremendously well, all in Texas, even if this show is built incredibly well, they nail the landing, give it 6 months to a year after that. Or give it like 6 months to 8, whatever. A long, long time, because a pay-per-view build, no matter how good it is, can't salvage a company or like really get it into that total groove. This is the most I've felt, oh, we're back. Like the feeling has been restored. Because I got burned, what was it, early 2024? The Okada arrival and the new elite. I thought that was so well booked before it went off the goddamn rails. I got worked into saying, the feeling's back. The feeling might be back because it's been happening now from the C2 onwards to now. Like, this has been a pretty great wrestling TV program.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to keep the positive vibes going, and it isn't even necessarily about this Dynamite that we're going to preview. 2 matches notwithstanding, Jesus. But otherwise looks really good. I don't know when the news broke, but I only saw it properly yesterday, so this feels like a relevant time to talk about it. Love the look of that new My AEW service. Love it. Instantly saw it, read the different price points and what you get for it ultimately as you let alone the live pay-per-view offering as part of like an annual fee that you can pay. But in terms of a proper, WWE always set the terminology, a network for AEW. It's brilliant. Like, this is an important next step for a company that is 7 years old. Yeah. Like, 7 years of archives. We were talking about, could you, cobble together something out of this with, being the elite and remember all the preview shows they used to do in the early days when there wasn't much content, and it was like, well, but if you put it all in one place, could you justify X amount a month or whatever? And they said no, and they waited, and pay-per-view distribution has gone through the various channels that they've used over the years. And, you get mixed reports back from the likes of the services that people use, but pay-per-view has proven to still be an income driver for AEW when, Vince McMahon, because he cannibalized it, dared to say it was dead, and AEW have proven that wrong. And now, with enough time passing, they've got this service, the Dynamite and Collision archives and the pay-per-view archives, various on-demand tiers. I know you get different things for different prices. I love that. I don't know, put stock in this sort of stuff. I think it looks proper. I think it's the AEW packaging itself as this thing that is now enough of a product that its legacy media has significant value. I think that's really, I don't know. I find it quite rewarding as somebody that has watched from the start to now be told, look, there's a place in which you can invest and reinvest. I watch Old Fed all the time, and I don't think I'm alone in that. And I'm not saying the network model was perfect. I think I actually prefer the vault.
Fixated on Old Fed.
Yeah.
Is there a day that goes by when you don't watch Old Fed?
I would certainly hope not. I actually prefer the vault delivery method they've got now to the network one. I think I'm actually enjoying more of it than just having it all there. And AEW might find their own way if you're a subscriber to
You'll get the choice paralysis.
Is that what's the term you use?
I think it fits more certainly with my waving. Like, I'll check the Vault channel once a day and just see the random thing that's thrown up, and then that'll either be for me or not. So maybe AEW can have a bit of fun with that as well. You know, like through their service, it's all there. But if nobody happens to be
because it's selected pay-per-views, isn't it? Like, it's not all of them. You'll get the majority, one would
yeah,
assume.
they're gonna, you know.
But I like if maybe a bit of a drip feed of like, oh, they're dropping, whatever, All In or Double or Nothing or something like that. I like that. I think it's an absolute. But UK wrestling fans have never had it so good, really, have they?
Yeah.
Everything from WWE basically is on Netflix,
Which you probably already had.
Yeah. And then this would be, I think it worked out like 90 quid a year.
Yeah.
Which is still, it's an outlay. I get that,
But as a
money's
month,
tight
when
for
you think about
everybody.
your monthly streaming costs of your services and what you
if
enjoy,
you were buying the pay-per-views previously.
oh well, this is it. It goes back to that 2014 network launch where it's. Remember when they first launched? It was like, you're a stupid idiot if you don't get it. Like, AEW don't need to do that, but price-wise, the same applies, doesn't it? Don't be dropping you $50 a month anymore. If I just think it's a really big step forward, and I'm glad they've done it. And maybe you probably could have done it 2 or 3 years ago rather than now. But I think it's like an improved user experience, and that
Great
puts
value
everybody
as well,
Yeah,
yeah.
puts people in a good mood with the brand, and I don't know, I think that's like a really it's an understated positive step away from things like booking and who you're signing and things like that. I like it from a I don't know, my personal perception of the company. I think it's getting yours together, something like a service like that.
On this weekend's pay-per-view, Sid, do you see any more matches being added?
Oh, I sure hope not.
We've got 10 right now.
That's enough!
One would assume at least 2 of those.
What it up to here?
We know the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW National Championship is going to be on the pre-show. One would assume the Big Boom AJ match with a mystery opponent is also going to be on the pre-show. But the rest, when you look across this, Timeless Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir, everyone banned from ringside. Don Callis family versus Mystico and Jet Speed for the trios titles. Tekla versus Chris Statlander, 2 out of 3 falls for the women's title. Brody King versus Swerve, Andrade versus Bandido, Mox versus Takeshita for the Continental Championship. No time limit on that one, of course. FTR versus the Bucks, tag team titles, and then main event, obviously. Last chance, Texas Death Match, AEW World title on the line. MJF versus Page. If Page loses, he will never be able to challenge for the title again.
I sure hope not. It's don't make us. I'm going to end up talking about the length of pay-per-views and the concentration of matches on the pay-per-views and the length of matches on at some point this week anyway. You might as well just open that door now. It's not for me, and I don't think it's unreasonable either. Like, I've made this point. I'm going to try and keep it succinct because I've made it before. I know this. AEW business model. Right? The business model, the entire fundamental business model was premised on you are a disillusioned, millennial-aged pro wrestling fan. WWE has disappointed you by falling year on year deeper into this unspeakable creative abyss where no one that you like gets pushed. You get punished for investing in people that you like. The lack of sophistication is appalling. Do you miss this from when you were young? Blood. Do you miss this speed and quality of action, like the WCW Cruiserweight division or whatever? Do you miss unscripted promos like you used to get in the Attitude Era pre-Stephanie McMahon taking over creative? Yes. Okay, well, here's a promotion for you. There's ECW vibes. There's Nitro presentation, This is the continuation of the pro wrestling that was monopolized, scrapped in 2001. We're bringing the spirit of that back. You were 15 or 16 at the time. Enjoy this now, okay? Those people are 40 now. I'm one of those people. It completely spoke to me and people my age. And maybe they've done a good job of getting younger fans since then. I don't know. But it's kind of this discourse, no matter how good the pay-per-view is, I think will reappear unless they get the sequencing absolutely spot on and something like MJF and Hangman gets the time and something like Bandido Andrade is like 11 minutes of just totally lean, filler-free, sprint, beautiful action, I'm 40 years old. People who are 40, if they make certain decisions, now have responsibilities.
Yeah.
They now have children, maybe. They have full-time jobs. They are aging at a chopping rate, month on month, year on year, right? We are tired, okay? We have other things going on than the ability to dedicate entire evenings to ourselves because you've got to do the second load of washing. I forgot about that one. Oh, you've got to do the kids' pack lunch. Go on, unload the dishwasher. Go on then. I'm doing it. You know?
And you do your own ironing, of course.
I do my own ironing.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty progressive bloke like that, you know? So, ultimately, as a 40-year-old guy lured to the AEW side, I can't be arsed with that many long pay-per-views. It's your fault. Don't lure me to your side. I'm old, bitch.
I agree that, I mean, we're in a unique bind here, of course, because this is going to be a Sunday night pay-per-view, Monday morning watch. So, but we'll be reviewing it, of course, on Monday. I don't need any more. Like, I was going to mention...
Don't give us any more matches.
Darby and Orange Cassidy are facing Gabe Kidd and David Finlay tonight. We speculated as to whether that could be added.
That is the one... So what you need to do with this sort of thing is go process of elimination, or like deduction or whatever. Like, who's not on the card, who's a big enough star to usually appear on a pay-per-view. Darby's the one.
Do they get like a third baby face or something tonight to make it a 6-man?
Like...
They can win that and then challenge for the trios off the back of... I'm just saying because there's a trios titles match on.
But like, does somebody return tonight?
Hang on, Briscoe's not doing anything at the pay, is he?
Not yet. Obviously, he's in action tonight with the teaming up with the Bucks.
He's an Orange Cassidy associate.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good point.
Conglomeration.
They could pre-show that bitch.
Yeah.
And I won't watch.
I can't work out yet. Maybe this Dynamite will tell us, actually, while we're previewing this tag, where... Because I wasn't that moved at all by David Finlay's arrival last week, but I've got to be fair here. Not everybody has to debut in the main event of the show and immediately challenge for the world title. He has arrived to help his friends in a story they're involved in.
There's an acceptance that New Japan isn't what it was.
Yeah, like, so just because it didn't exactly, like, you know, set the building ablaze or anything, narratively it was sound, if nothing else. The Dogs are a group that were kind of already...
Not being funny, I don't think Yota Tsuji would get that big a pop on Dynamite, you know?
Like, it's just not where that company's at and where these jumps are at. But a babyface, if it wasn't Briscoe and if there was somebody in the background, I don't have anybody in mind, so I don't even know why I'm suggesting this. But, like, I'll tell you, like, Jay White off the top of my head, but I don't know. Like, if he was ready to go and they were just keeping things quiet, and he was revealed tonight as like a third babyface to offset the Dogs, and you had that as a sudden addition to Revolution last minute, I would get it. You know, like a sort of, you didn't know he was coming back, did you? Like, he runs into save tonight and he's going to make his official return or something. Like, if they had a babyface in waiting for that, because Briscoe's probably it because of conglomeration stuff. But if there was somebody of value for a last minute pay-per-view edition, I guess you sort of have to do it. But I would like
to do anything.
I would like it if they didn't. Yeah,
you don't have to do anything.
It's like I saw this match and
don't set these arbitrary rules for yourself in your own head every single day and then change them. There's no way to go on.
It's unworkable. It's unworkable.
They could just show the instead of having a match on the pay per view, they could just show you that Clark Connors vignette that Andy showed us the other day. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Star stuff.
What a hunk.
Missing that from NXT, that level of budget and investment, and going to the beach and that. Like, where's that gone?
Going to the beach and that.
hey, car park's pretty hot, you know.
It's but there was clearly money spent. AEW doing what?
Regrettably, we have to talk about NXT later, so just save it for then.
I saw that tag match on the graphic for the Dynamite thing, and then it did take Sidge like talking me down to be like, no, there's different dogs.
Different dogs, different needs.
Oh yeah, because it was Clark and Gabe last week, and now it's
new dog.
What's on it? What do you think the result's going to be? Do you think it's just going to be a schmoz to set up something on the tape?
Probably not a
schmoz. Talk about this match now.
Might as well.
Okay, get out of the way. Like, oh come on, man! This Darby Allin Orange Cassidy thing sucks.
Well, I know it's not very good, but there's a new dog.
There is a new dog. No, yep. Different dog, different need.
I'm excited for this. Like, I don't personally see it in David Finlay as I think, right, I don't want to psychoanalyze people, but I kind of can't help myself but do it.
Go on.
There is a need like an actual need for people who want to fight for the title that is New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2026, basically for like since 2020. That still good, it's still good, it is still good, and we're so back. Okay, is it? You can never differentiate. Is David Finlay as good as they say, or do they want David Finlay or Suji or Shota or whoever it might be at any given time? Because people want them to be in those roles, they equate them with having the ability to be in those roles. It reminds me very much of, God, give Shelton Benjamin the world title. Why he can't talk and he's not particularly charismatic. He's exactly where he should be on that card in 2005 or whatever. Yeah, but everybody else is shit. Yep. But yeah, that doesn't mean I think there is parallels between that generation of the Fed and this generation of New Japan.
The Ziggler Dome.
Exactly.
Like nobody defined it more, do they?
So I don't know where we're at with David Finlay, but if he wants it, and he's as good as people say, he'll want to prove it tonight. And it's like, look, okay, go on, impress me. It's not being funny, you're not what you're getting with the Darby and an orange at this point. It's 7 years of it.
Yeah.
So I understand, like, I'm not going to do cartwheels for oh my God, Darby Allin's on Dynamite. I know what it looks like. It's awesome, but I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
This is, okay, go on then. This is the place where you can get the opportunity to be a star and break through to a degree. Swerve's done it, Fletcher hasn't, so it's kind of like, it works and it doesn't, this AEW meritocracy, right? But David Finlay can go really far if he's as good as people say and he wants it. This is the first, like, it's like when you sign someone, you're like, more of a squad option, really. But you want that wrestler, that footballer to do really well for you in a way that you're really loyal third choice centre back. They'll piss off, you fucking stupid twat. I'm used to you. It's just different. Yeah. With David Finlay, I'm like, all right, go on then.
Yeah.
I want you to do well. You're new.
They've got to win then, actually.
Of course they do.
New dog. You said Schmalz. God, they've got to win.
With Clark Connors,
Yeah,
potentially.
Clark Connors can interfere and again create the need for a third person for the rematch.
Let's move on and talk about fallout from AEW Collision, because Tommaso Ciampa turned heel. A very familiar looking turn in terms of hoying his former friend now into the old video screen and then hitting him with a knee, that being Mark Briscoe. Tommaso Ciampa teaming with FTR tonight to take on Dem Bucks. That is Mark Briscoe and the Young Bucks. This will be a fun trios match, won't it?
I mean, first of all, it's a trios match with the Young Bucks in it. You can put...
Oh, you're blind.
You're blind. Jesus. What's the worst combination of wrestlers you could put in this match and it would still be good because the Bucks are in it and the genre is the Buckses? You could put Austin Theory in this match and it'll be class.
One of the gaming lads was asking me about Austin Theory yesterday. And like, what's the deal with this guy? And I was like, I got nothing, pal.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's the deal with him. He's got nothing.
He's got nothing. So, in and of itself, by virtue of the Young Bucks being in it, irrespective of who they team with or wrestle, it's going to be very good. They are masterminds of assembling this type of match. So that's got that going for it. I hope this is short. Like, not 14 minutes just for the sake of a banger. Because even though the Bucks and FTR have wrestled each other at this point, people forget the Collision 8-mans, and like it's been frequent by AEW big pairing standards. They've done this one quite frequently. Like, go on, do the classic bit of promotion. Like, promote, work me, daddy, into thinking, oh God, I need more. I am being edged, whatever that is. I need to see it. Oh, don't ruin it for me. Give it to me. Give me 10 minutes max of like, God, they're class in the ring together. Oh, bloody hell. They've been separated. Now it's Briscoe and Ciampa's turn. Just like, I want this to be a match where immediately after it ends, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I was really, really getting into that.
You said this last week, actually, because we had the no touching contract signing, whatever it was last week, in the weird dingy room that they selected.
Rinky dink.
And we sort of allowed for because of the Mile High Madness, the insanity of it all. You can't now have them be like, yeah, you want them to be like, we're going to kill you. We're going to kill you before you even get to the pay-per-view because of what you did to our family. But yeah, leave something behind.
Leave something behind. Obviously took at that thread. But like, have it so that FTR, who've kind of pissed off the Young Bucks with attacking their family, with attacking Brandon Cutler, they get really sort of like hot. They make rash mistakes. They get like rolled up or something and sort of plant the story of they don't calm down. Like they are going to get rolled up and they're not going to win the title.
It's a nice history, of course, with FTR, with them being like, oh, I could do some high flying stuff when they first got into AEW. That's great. That. What did you make of the Ciampa turn on Kalish? Look at him beaming over there.
Look,
well, it's just the wrestling show for wrestling purists on Saturdays. That's what I like about it. I love how far back that screen was. I love how long they were running. John thought it was right behind him. I thought it was about there. Like basically ran into our kitchen. Come on.
Well, when the first thing that pops into your head is inadvertently funny, that's not the best heel turn of all time. So let's go further down the scale there. Look, they got if the plan all along was to present Ciampa as a heel, and A, that's his best role by far, and B, as good as he's been in AEW, there's so much competition for the fans' affection as the guy they want to get behind to maybe like finally make it to the main event, like Fletcher or Takeshita or whoever. Like Ciampa's low on that list, so they got a very interesting stretch of television in addition to your beloved good matches out of babyface Tommaso Ciampa. Considering that's not even the plan or the best idea for him, and now he's turned heel, I think it's been a great rollout, great bit of business.
He's been a talking point wrestler his entire run.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, you can panic, as a lot of people are about the DIY law. Not for me, I like it. But I totally agree in terms of like actually keeping somebody relevant for the first 6 to 8 weeks of their time.
Gargano coming in is a pip squeak heel. Little sniveling dickhead. That's not a bad idea because he's good at that. He is good at that. I remember back in this is how long ago it was now. It was kind of like a 1-1 draw. I had a conversation with one Jack King.
Hey,
way back when. Obviously, it was 2018. Might have been the year before. Actually, no, it would have been. It was 2017, and it was when this DIY split was happening. It was ahead of like that big, huge feud that they had, and Jack said something along the lines of, "God, that Johnny Gargano is going to be the biggest babyface in wrestling." I went, what? He's a little annoying dickhead. He's like, no, he's going to be one of the biggest, if not biggest, babyfaces in wrestling. Look at him; it's so obvious. And I'm like, nah, he's an annoying little twerp. 6 months later, yeah, Gargano's kind of the talk of the town. Like, you had that match against Andrade and then Ciampa. I was like, yep, completely, you were right, Jack. Then I was right.
yeah, hey, both right.
Both right in the end.
That suggests that like Gargano is great, doesn't it? Like the ability to do both well, or at least the potential to do both. Like, how often do we lower and then raise the ceiling on guards?
No. He had
He
had one of the shortest, best main event babyface runs in modern history. Like, it's so easy to gloss over now because it's not cool to like the DIY stuff anymore. It isn't. It's not cool. And who gives a 40 years old about being cool? He was as over as a bastard.
It's not in DIY for me. It's New York against Adam Cole's the night when he wins the belt. I think that's proof. It worked. Yeah. It's there in front of you. It's undeniable brilliance.
He was over as a bastard for that year. Like January 18.
Because they tried to turn him heel, do you remember? The Dork came before the title win.
Couldn't do it.
Like, it was too...
He was as over as a bastard.
I think it's
don't
match
think...
by the way.
What?
I think we're getting... You remember the bit of a personal favourite of ours with the AOP, where DIY and FTR had to work together a bit because their AOP was so massive. I think tonight you get Dax, or Cash, and Ciampa doing DIY spots. Like, Briscoe will be there and they'll do meet in the middle. Something like that.
Yeah.
They'll tease it. They'll knowingly tease it. They're not daft. They know exactly what people thought, and there's some AEW fans
Unless it's
panicking about-
absolutely not happening,
Well, there is
and
that.
then they
I
don't
suppose.
want to do it.
Yeah.
Look like Gargano's heading out the door.
Well, this is it. Like everything
His ass
seems.
handed to him by Obafemi on Smackers.
Yeah, things seem.
Nah, but like that's consistent with his terrible main roster run. I will say,
It was just, he was like, I'm going to get back into, I'm Johnny Wrestling.
he was a significantly more important babyface than he was a heel, because by the time he realised, God, people aren't going for this melodrama nonsense. It was a pretty low stakes, fun heel on NXT.
Yeah.
He's one of the leading lights of that dismal, we are getting pounded by AEW. We are getting stuffed in a mother locker by AEW at this point. We are garbage. We are nerds.
Yeah, well, take this, Chads. Johnny Gargano hates wheels. So,
It's pretty good.
it was good.
Look, he's not going to be headlining All In London, is he, Gargano? He's going to be a twerp. If he's coming in at all, he's doing so as a knowing little twerp in a mid-card tag team with Ciampa. It's fine by me if I don't have to take it seriously.
Do you think he'd have the patter, right, to come in, like you say, I love this booking, by the way, to come in, and it's like, picture a perfect scenario where certain someone is still world champion, comes in, trying to like sidle up to all these Don Callis family, people like that, and then he reveals a Burberry pocket square.
Because he's such a little lick arse. Bootlicking.
Is that anything? Would he do that?
I like it. What if, like, I don't think enough people, I'm particularly resentful of Mr. Gargano for what a bootlicker he is, right? He just kind of makes us sick. Really, he does. I don't think enough people sort of see him as Mr. WWE. It's a bit of like an online, God, you're the worst phenomenon. But then again, if
You'd pop huge if he like dropped
if he's
it.
out
Shawn
there,
Michaels-
I was just about to say, if
yeah.
he's out there doing the Shawn thing
I think you'd be
like that,
Hey, I like this guy. He's all right, actually.
if he can lean into that and
So-
just be,
Tony Khan has a very unique relationship with the product he was sent to destroy as well, doesn't he? There's like he's got an odd loyalty to Black and Gold, and like
the
he's
continuity of it, he's way too, he adhered to it way too
spent about
much.
6 months on keeping the Undisputed Era continuity straight.
why?
But he really cares about it, clearly.
That's still not as dumb as Mally Black.
Yeah.
Everyone like, oh, well, the pandemic was a regrettable period. Things were what they were. You just went a bit mad down there, and people were taking people's eyes out and everything. God, let's just pretend any of that never happened. I'll base my entire career on it, actually. What?
I mean, I go now.
Aye.
Terrific.
What's the result of Ciampa and FTR versus Dem Bucks?
Oh, FTR got a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. You need to. I get you want to kill him, but if you want to win the titles, you need to maybe.
Just calm down, dear.
Briscoe and champs for Revs. Or Collision maybe beforehand. There's another singles match in it, there is. We're getting it somewhere, so.
We don't need it. It's just one of those, well, what's the
Still a big
point?
stepped
What
up
is
match
the
on-
point? Like,
Stepped up match on
are you
Dynamite.
going to make me say it? The exact same point I bring up every single time, and it will probably hold true on Sunday. There is at least one match. At least one. Recently, it's like 2 or 3. At least one match on an AEW pay-per-view that should be better than it is. That people would ordinarily care about if they hadn't just watched 2.5 hours of relentless, non-stop action, right? That just gets this kind of exhausted, ooh, what time are we going home here? Reaction on these pay-per-views that if you put them anywhere else, and you're doing the wrestlers a disservice.
Danger in that is it could be the AEW Women's 2 out of 3 falls match.
I mean,
Women's title.
weird step considering how the fan
Good if you go
base-
to a break though. You do the first fall, go to a break, keep that audience right. That used to work, didn't it?
What, throughout the show?
When
It's a
when
pay-per-view.
WWE did it for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, yeah.
Every match is 2 out of 3 falls now. No one can stop getting pinned all the time.
People are turning the show off in 2019 because they are missing the chin lock sequence and they're thinking they're missing out. Waste of bloody time now.
Jim and Joe. Well, I might as well turn it off.
Both my teams have won, if anything. Fall each, see you later.
We also, tonight, ahead of the big match at Revolution, have Mox and Claudio versus Takeshita and Hechicero.
What's Pops is that?
Moxley versus Takeshita, obviously, Continental title on Sunday.
Bit of bad news, good news. Yeah. Good news. It's not a mock singles match. That is going to win. Comfortably. Handily. After some obligatory selling that tries to disprove that idea. They're good with this AEW. Their preview tags where the dudes who are about to wrestle at the pay-per-view get a little bit of it, but not all of it. They're good at this. It's kind of AEW bread and butter. Moxley and Takeshita have great chemistry most of the time. You're going to see the best of them tonight, obviously, because their job tonight is do your best stuff together at the right time, because people need to be convinced to watch us do the dance for a longer time on pay-per-view. So I've got no doubts about the match quality. Could not give a single toss he wins. But frankly, and this is an underexplored problem with AEW, considering how many matches there are in any given week, I don't really care. I don't think it matters.
No.
But people loved Mox Hechicero, apparently. I thought it was good. It's one of those. This will probably be great when it happens. I'm just kind of done with Moxley as a character at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the vast majority of this Dynamite, so it's good to get this out of the way. It's... I find this unpreviewable. We'll come out the SmackDown preview sometimes and Sidge is like, how have you, gone an hour on that? And
the answer is because he's a mark.
It's because I find that there is reasonable fodder with which to talk about. This is where I'm throwing my hands up. I do not know.
I love that's where you draw the line.
I'm almost...
all right, I can talk about
I'm envious.
R-Truth and Damian Priest and backstage segments and the absolutely game-changing arrival of Matt Cardona.
Careful about doing
I draw the
you're
line,
50%
and I
right.
draw the line in an absolutely, probably excellent match on AEW Dynamite.
Probably excellent match. If that's not a curse on this business, I don't know what is. I can't... I envy the brains and souls and hearts. Nothing in this world, in my run at life, sets my soul ablaze quite like the wrestling I love the most, right? And yet...
biscuits. Tea.
A lot of things set my soul ablaze. I'm a lucky guy, right? I envy those whose souls can still be lit ablaze, looking at the in anticipation.
I mean,
I'm not
it.
suggesting on the night.
I get it.
If you're in the building, nice.
It's just
John Moxley continues to be a perfect in the building wrestler. It's the hardest part of my working week. How blessed am I that we've got these awesome jobs, and the thing that oh God. A little bit of my wage has got to be dedicated to talking about this, so this is how I'm going to have to do it instead. Because I find John Moxley reprehensible as a character to try and what was it?
Come on.
You were calling, I know I'm going over the top, but it gets us through these 2 minutes, doesn't it? When you kind of would find Collision to be unpreviewable or unreviewable even.
Yes, because it's just good all the time. I know, I get it, but you're not qualified. You have no credibility because you wake up in a cold sweat wondering, oh my God, oh my God, I've just had a thought. God, is Julia going to successfully defend the title or whatever in a match no one cares about on SmackDown? God.
I know, Kiana James is kind of looking the stronger of the two right now. No, you know why I do that? It's because I love wrestling, right? And it's a job of the wrestlers to make me feel it, and John Moxley does not. He thinks about himself and how hard he is. I will not apologise for the performers.
I get it. You're just not loud.
I'm very loud, actually. I'll decide if I'm allowed. I love this business. I love I'm tax me. I love my family, and I love this business.
And crisps.
Not necessarily in that order.
Different conversation for a different time. But come on. What Death Riders, John Moxley, get lost.
I'm with Sidge on this. He's one of that on that list of people who just you go away for 6 months, please.
Yeah.
I can appreciate what they do, but I'm just...
On a smaller scale, right?
Sidge, I'm the one telling them to get lost.
Someone made a great point.
No, but Sidge said...
I'm not defending it. You just, oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, God, I like it. Oh, no. Hamflett's stupid idiot woke up again. He enjoys it. What a loser.
Well, what's enjoyable about Carmelo Hayes
He don't
versus... Do you not like that?
You joking me? This United States title run, he is him.
Oh my god! I watched the match against. Who was it?
I think it's Dr. Wagner. Well, you can't. You're working guys trying to help the dead man out. Like still the springboard ball in thing he's added pretty good in the Elu Dragunov match at WrestleMania. If that's where they're going, really nicely arrived upon.
But you say, yeah, it doesn't matter what this match. But you say setting people's souls ablaze, hearts ablaze. You say.
Yeah.
You've been setting quite a few people's loins ablaze because the calves are back, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just nice. It's just nice to be back in shorts, Susan.
Welcome back to all of our new viewers.
Wear them tomorrow.
Okay. Why is it forecast to rain? Or something?
Yeah.
Is it?
Like 40 miles per hour winds.
There's
40 miles per hour winds and a double raindrop forecast.
sun could be shining. There's always dark clouds on my Thursday morning. I don't mean it's fine. They're having a good year. We're all having a laugh. Look, you're as happy as I am with your wrestling. Look.
Well, let's talk about something we're all looking forward to. MJF and Hangman Page.
There it is, the proper stuff.
And they've got a press conference tonight.
I have reservations about this. Right. When I hear pro wrestling press conference, right, my mind cruelly goes to those sweat-soaked New Japan wrestlers in its heyday against the actual, like, Premier League-esque hoardings in the background, flash bulbs going off. They're, like, absolutely sucking wind because they just had a war out there and they're doing the post-match comments. That is my ideal. It feels like a sport. It feels immersive. It feels like I can believe in this. Why do I get the feeling this is going to feel like rinky-dink? Because it's not going to feel like a press conference. You know? I've got a feeling this is going to look fake. I can't shake it. Who can they get? So I know the worst thing they ever... It's obviously the worst thing they ever did. The worst thing they ever did that was sort of close to this, right? It's just so stupid, it's an idea. In the middle, and I'm talking... not in the middle. At the height of the 2020 pandemic, when the whole deal was kind of hard to ignore, you're not allowed to go outside or travel. Hence why we're doing these Dynamite tapings in front of no one plus Austin Gunn. Or whatever.
Yeah.
They did a press conference gimmick for Hager versus Cody.
I was thinking of a different one. Yeah.
And they had, like, I think they had some cute fun with it where they did some of the aftermark pseudonyms and had them ask questions. It's like, this is fake because you're not allowed to fly.
Yes.
So why are you doing this? It's dumb.
What was the Conrad asked?
Well, that's what I was going to get to.
That's the good one.
So that was more of a town hall.
Town hall.
Than an
I knew
actual
that was
press
a press
conference.
conference.
But you could get but they did an inner circle town hall
That was
in
it,
Cassidy. And no, they did.
He's really eloquent with his answers or something.
Yeah, and I think that was a separate thing.
I feel like I'm
because
What was the Bischoff one as well?
Because the Bischoff one was the one with
Jericho.
with Cassidy and Jericho.
Right,
when
that wasn't on
Cassidy. The bit was he was actually really articulate and passionate about the environment and what have you. The one with Bischoff, the one with Conrad was the inner circle. Or is everything okay in the inner circle?
When MJF called him turkey tits.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. On the
Excellent.
subject of which, Conrad Thompson, evidently will debase himself for money. Could you ring him up, get him in a plane, have MJF call him turkey tits, and he could he's essentially media, isn't he? He does podcasts.
Yeah. MJF is very good in press conferences, isn't he? I think his answers are often articulate and entertaining and informed.
And entirely accurate as well. He's very candid and accurate in everything he says.
Who asked him a question in his press conference? Who was that?
It was me, actually, 2023. What was his answer, though?
Well, what he said regarding the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast was...
One of the only professional wrestling podcasts that's actually worth a
Could they do a bit where there is the need for a couple of known wrestling media names that ask the first couple of questions, but then MJF has got his own state media, like you mentioned the Burberry, like somebody is very obvious in a press hat that has got like Burberry or something like that, where he's got his own, he's paid off some
Drainmaker.
He's joking.
Alicia, what question have you got?
Like Drainmaker type, but like like what would be typically like online fed state media, but they're just working for MJF?
Yeah.
Like, great question, actually. Like,
Jeff, your second
What a
world
journalist who asks
title
you
reign
questions,
has all
mate.
the momentum of a runaway freight train. What makes you so popular?
Where's my phone call then? Because they're one of the journalists who's in MJF's pocket. Hello, right here.
It's quite pot loud.
We're just best friends, obviously. That's what I mean.
So you compromised.
No. My integrity is never in question.
What's MGF bad at?
I mean, I'm not going to go into that. I'd have to do some more research really to
it's
find
like
something.
a job interview question. He's almost too committed to his work.
yeah. But yeah, this is going to be the final showdown before Texas Death, of course.
I'd love to be corrected, and I will hold my hands up if so. It's a big match. It is a big, serious match that people are anxious about and very much invested in. You could potentially undermine it depending on how, like, obviously fake the framing of the segment is. So I'm wary about it. I will just say that. Maybe it's unfounded and they've got a great idea and it'll come across amazing. But I think I've tried to use precedent to tell you that it never really feels like that serious or that real looking. And now there's a lot of gravity to this stip. I'm not convinced, again, using the precedent, that they can pull it off, but we shall see.
I'm just really excited for it. I can't wait for the match, and this was kind of a bit of a free hit, like one final exchange between the two. They could have framed it around any wrestling trope they wanted, and they've chosen
It could
press
be a
conference.
face-off or
yeah. But, part of that is I'm giving them the pass because I love the story so much and I love them. I'm so excited for it. And the post and the aftermath and the outcome. And it was the week I really liked in terms of the heft of this, because it's been hit and miss with the two of them in the ring, but the week for me, the moment I should say where they got the heft spot on was the hesitation of Hangman Page as he left the ring and had that little pause and oh God. And like almost by facing up to it, it's dulled it somewhat. This at least is it's potentially quite an intimate and claustrophobic and stifled atmosphere for Hangman Page. Like I'm not saying it's going to be flashbulbs and all of that, but the press, like the tension builds throughout the press conference, the questions, there's a clownish element and MJF's like, whatever, it's been a bit jokey and jovial. And then somebody, a journalist, a media rep, whatever, asks quite a pertinent question that forces Hangman to like stare into the reality of it.
Who are you in AEW if you can't fight for the world title?
Yeah. And they're just a desk
And then he
apart.
has no answer.
Yeah.
I really like that.
They're just a desk apart from each other, and he's got to cope with that, and that's the worst possible mental state to be in ahead of this match. Like, that goes from, it sort of flips it, doesn't it? It goes from the silliness to just how serious and big this is over the course of one segment. The setting almost helps it in a way. I'm really, really looking forward to this.
We've also got 2 championship matches tonight, of course. Let's start with the TNT title. It's Carl Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey, an all WCPW affair, a lot of people saying.
Oh my god.
Match of the
We've
night
seen
is-
this and it was absolutely special.
This is the one.
This is potentially the TV match of the year last year, right
I
at
think
the
so.
date. It was unbelievable. What?
We just can't say sentences.
No, our brains are completely broken, irreparably. Look, this match was absolutely awesome last year. Like Kyle Fletcher has unlocked that Okada Omega Ospreay level of hell. How was that not the finish?
Yeah.
Please keep going. This is awesome. It's so hard to get there as well, and he's done it. Bailey is not quite at that level, I don't think. But my God, they just have exquisite chemistry. It was we glimpsed it again in the trios main event last week. There's nothing else to do here except just say this is going to be great and just look forward to it and savor it. And like, they're pro wrestlers. They are desperate they are physiologically driven and wired to seek the approval of idiots like us. It's a curse. But also, we benefit from it because it's like, well, go on, dickhead. Do better than your last one or I won't like you anymore.
Thanks for the match last week. Impress me again. It's been 7 days.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, I'm why to do it. It's like, well, do it now. Do it now. So they're going to go absolutely, they're going to go too hard, if anything. Like, barricade, like f***ery, like dumbass head drops, like ridiculous near falls, like really, really violent, hard impact, high octane. It's not going to feel desperate. Well. Yeah, they're not going to feel. It's never going to feel desperate. It often is, but the best matches mask that and make it feel like this really sort of intense competition. It's a weird one. I agree to have this. I think this is basically, it's an AEW match. Of course, it exists to be good, but this is probably exists for a completely spent and exhausted Tony Schiavone to say, or Excalibur at the end to say, Jesus Christ, this isn't even the pay-per-view yet, guys, and this is the level that AEW is operating at right now.
They're going to be in a trios match on Sunday.
They're going to be in a trios match on Sunday. If the stuff on the TV is this good, how good is the pay-per-view going to be, gang? Go out and buy it. That's what this is for. Obviously, it exists fictionally nominally to sell the trios match, but they're going to end up saying, how good is this? You're going to get even better stuff on the pay-per-view, buy it. So it's a bit of a transparent grab, but my God, they're going to try and outdo the first match, these idiots.
I get a sense that there may be some sort of shenanigans in here to set up the trios thing, to protect Bayley in a loss, for example. And also, because then later on in the night, you could potentially have a segment with Okada there, who maybe helps Fletcher retain, let's say. But also, earlier on in the night, the Blackpool Combat, called? Death Riders have beaten, they'll pin Hechicero, but they've beaten that team. So Okada can be like, Carl Fletcher won his big match out of the pay-per-view. Takeshita, how do you get on, pal? Sort of thing. Because never ending that, isn't it? Yeah. Where he just negs him.
That's good, actually. I had a different... Fletcher's not wrestling, is he, at Revolution?
Yeah.
Or is he in the trios?
He's in that trios, DCF, versus Jet Speed and Mystico.
Still, I'm going to swing for the upset here. I think Speedball wins a belt tonight.
They've hot potatoed it a lot, haven't they?
They have. And it's rooted in this idea I've got, this fantasy booking idea I've got.
You're late on it, you know.
Am I?
Yeah, you were correct.
Ah.
But it's no longer an insight or prediction because on Collision, Swerve Strickland went up to Kevin Knight and said, if you want to be a killer and you really want to walk amongst the killers, you kind of have to be
That was early, but now I'm late.
You were prescient, but only I know.
So I said last week the reason they might have raced right to Kevin Knight MJF was because upon Kevin Knight losing, he then turns on Hangman Page because now they're not the trios champions, right?
And this is how the Kevin Knight push got started, as I recall.
Swerve, of all people.
You watched Collision and just said it.
Weeks ago was like, you kind of need to, fight for everything you want around here. And no, this is when Swerve was a babyface, but it was like, Kevin Knight's good. But it's hard getting up to the top, so all the best. And now I didn't see that Collision thing, but as a heel, I guess he's doubled down on that. But it's happened after Kevin Knight's lost to MJF.
And for a second time, which has got to be embarrassing for the character.
Yep. Having called his shot about wanting to win the title, it would be a nice callback to the last time they ran the stipulation with MJF, the friend, turning on Cody just in the same way that now Hangman's friend, who he wouldn't expect in any way to even have a involvement in this match. And I thought it would be quite nice if Speedball wins the belt here, but is thus really exhausted going into the trios match, which then they go on to lose. And Knight's like, I can't buy a win here, and at least you've got your TNT title. We've lost our belts, us two and Hangman Page. But you've come out with this all right. You're smelling the roses. You've got your TNT title, and I've got nothing. So he's very literally got nothing left to lose, and he decides, right, I need to get somebody big out of the way, and I'm going to take one of the biggest out in Hangman. Nothing personal, mate, but you've just set off a personal issue that can drive
not to step on the dick of the preview, but like a long-standing grudge feud spun out from that moment occupies Hangman's time, which is the big question of how do they actually manage that going forward.
And you've got Hangman Page one side, the Cowboy, Kevin Knight the other side, Knight Rider. You could have anything.
It would have been something when they were a team.
I don't think I've ever seen a single episode. I happen to love the theme as much as everybody else.
Talking Carl, what's not to love?
Yeah.
Finally, Sidge, checking my notes here for this. Just a one women's match on tonight's show. but is for the TBS title, Willow Nightingale versus Persephone.
Persephone's been getting raves. She feels like she could be the next, because I feel like the next to get soft launched. Where how do you get in there? And they're talking about Gabe Kidd's just around and Hechicero's on Collation, and then he just kind of he's in AEW now. Persephone could be the.
There was another one of those recently. Yeah, that I saw Tony Khan doing it was what's his nickname? The famous one that you love to say.
Vanilla Vibe.
He got the All Elite thing, and I was just like, I didn't realize he wasn't already. But yeah,
How did you get in there? You know, he loves it. Absolutely loves it. So keep an eye on Persephone, and look, this is going to be a bit of a bomb fest, back and forth for political considerations. It needs to be even. I think you're going to goon out, quite frankly, tomorrow, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to this because it should be this really snug, impactful, like, fiery. This should feel like a bit of a spectacle, like two total badasses who are, like, more distinct in the field of the women's division or the women's scene, kicking loads of ass. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, same. They're answering the Willow Nightingale complaint, aren't they? Of like, you want her as a... We've praised quite a few this year. It feels like there's been a lot of examples across all companies, AEW and WWE, of really strong, TV-ready champion defending the title matches or champion fighting a contender matches. Like, it seems like several wrestlers have got the rhythm right of what that match should be. The time of it, how much the offense swings back and forth. I don't know. I think TV Wrestling's doing a pretty good job with them this year. And it's Willow's turn to get some of that, to really finally get her as this hard-to-beat champion, effectively that should still be the gatekeeper to the world title. There should only be Willow Nightingale below that world champion. And I think this is going to be a really good illustration of that. Willow Nightingale, it's bizarre to me, for somebody that has built up as much love with the audience and has had, I would consider, at least one of the 10 best AEW matches ever with that Chris Statlander street fight.
God, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't decide if this is patience in this character or the fact that often she kind of just gets dropped cold creatively. But it still feels like there's so much to do. Like, it doesn't feel like she's wrestled half the available roster. And it doesn't feel like the character has had any, like, journeys it's gone on, particularly story-wise and that. And I don't know, it's probably not always been by design, considering how long she's been signed, but it's a blessing to them now. Like, still over as much as she ever was, still beloved, and now getting the ring time and getting the title defense time. We should still be talking about what an exciting year this is potentially for Willow. It's only March. She's got this belt. I think there's like lots to be excited about.
Well, before we get to the name of the game, we have to say the name of the game, Sidge.
We do. 7 years. I haven't been playing the game for 7 years, but it's been 7 years. You know how long 7 years in? My entire secondary school career. At least two university runs. Christ. Anyway, the aim of the game is to identify to the hour, minute, and second the first time you hear the first note for the first entrance theme, for the first woman to come out and compete for the only women's match on Dynamite, with the idea being it's one of these a week and they're always at the same time. What's going on there? Come here. I'll tell you. Okay. Corner within a game. Conspiracy corner. They, I think, more often than not, statistically, because we got the data, put this one women's match in that 1 hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 25 minute range, with the idea being, I know what you're doing. Oh, God. I know what you're doing here, I think that you are making sure that first hour is concentrated cock, right? Wall-to-wall balls. Wall-to-wall balls, with the idea being it's full of blokes and absolutely no woke, because they want AEW, come Warner, that is, they want to make it seem like there might not be any broads on this show at all. So just keep watching because, God, women, yeah, but we have to put women's wrestling on, otherwise the woke Okay. Oh, Wokes. Yes, Zaslav's cat. I know that upsets you, but you kind of have to because it's modern times and all the rest of it. Well, what if? Okay, the first I was wall-to-wall balls and concentrated cock. Okay. And then...
With juicy bits or no?
I was thinking that a bottle of cock from Concentrate.
Indeed. But then if we can just hide it just before the main event, yeah, then what will happen is that the people who we obviously hold in contempt and think are sexist, Jim and Joe from Little Cock, Arkansas, will have the sunk cost fallacy and think, God, we might as well bloody watch it because it's not long till the main event. All right, good. What are the ladies coming out for? Well, Jim, they're coming out to wrestle. Where's the mood? Well, they're coming out to wrestle in a, normal sanctioned match. Bra and panties? Well, the object isn't to remove the clothes. Oh, well, when I pull my pants back up, then I was about to check it right in front of you, man. Nothing gay or nothing, but that's what I was about to do because that's what I see when I see ladies. Well, I see, just women who are really good at wrestling, and often cases they are better than men. Check it out! Joe voted for Obama, everybody! Joe voted for Obama. Anyway, so...
Sorry, everybody was in public. I thought this was one of the nights they watched it at home because his trousers are coming up.
Well, let me ask you a question. What colour is the blood that pumps through these veins?
It's red, Joe.
When I see a woman, I want to check it. What's wrong with that?
No further questions, Joe.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyway, that's them. That's that.
That was Jim you were talking to.
Jim, sorry, Jim.
Yeah. Don't get it right.
Joe's all right.
Yeah, Joe's good. He's a good guy. Anyway, so that was that.
Be like Joe.
Yeah, Sidgy, it's getting more and more convoluted every week. You're doing corners within bits, within games. Concentrated cock. Well, there's probably something from 3 weeks ago that was absolutely magic that we've just completely forgot about now because this gets chaotic. It's honestly, it's a bit like, when Bob Dylan wrote, "It's all right, Mom, I'm only bleeding." It's a bit like that. I just get possessed, evidently. Anyway, can you jingleize it? Because what you could do, you could probably just jingleize it from the start.
Yeah.
When the women come out to play, sorry, I sure can. When the women come out to play, the main event ain't too far away. Anyway, that is the aim of the game.
Yeah. The Rocky stuff to write a list in his hand.
Yes. Yeah, but that's because it kept him right. I don't know what comes out my mouth. Honestly, I don't.
Says, I'm here for Zaslav's cat.
Oh, God.
I get possessed. Pata demon. Anyway,
what's that sign you've got there to bring into Dynamite tonight? Just says AEW's the best. Turn it around. Why does it say concentrated cock on the back?
I want to book man. I want to book man. Oh, God knows I want to book man. Ladies' night.
I'm going to say it again, and The Rock would write things on his hand.
Yeah.
And that. Didn't even get your phone out.
That was the work within a work, that. It was the work within a work, that. Yeah. Has The Rock at any other point in his career done that?
Yeah.
Because that was quite sophisticated stuff
Mm-hmm.
by 2012 standards.
Had people,
they convinced people that they hated each other.
You still see that video, Cena, cooked him that night and stuff, and
Work.
Held firm, that.
Work within a work, baby. Work within a work.
So thanks as always to the man himself, Adam Wilton 4, and Jose Palomar is at the Whole 11, the guys who always take care of the...
Dad, I'm tired now.
Thanks. It feels like it's a long time since we've done this. Because there was last week, there was 2, obviously, and we've not been all together for a preview for a while. So I'm fairly certain it was way back in February when we last competed, and I think it was Dr. Fed getting on the
February 11.
Oh.
God, how many days off you had?
I'm wrong here. Well, I was looking at Panda Blair's tweets. That's
Maybe I did. No. I'm just looking at where I recorded the answers.
Apologies, Jose, if I've got this wrong. I've just seen Panda. Get well soon to Panda Blair as well.
Yes.
We'll go from this. Dr. Fed was on the score sheet. So 3 for me and 1 for each of you. Let's go.
3 for me, 2 for you.
Respect,
man.
So he got sent off the other day.
Again?
He got sent off when they scored an equaliser against Benfica.
Manages
Porto,
Benfica.
sorry.
Against Porto.
Came from 2-0 down. And then one of the opposing coaches called him a traitor 50 times. And he got sent off. The best.
God,
I love that man.
Traitor.
Yeah.
He's disappointed me in recent weeks, but
Yeah.
no, he's just a Pata legend.
So do you want to go first?
Yeah.
You know where I'm going, so you might as well.
I'll try and box you off a bit in the other direction. I'll just say 120 dead. There's quite a lot of in-ring action to get to on this one. So this feels like a Route 1.
I'll go, obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hopefully Sidge can take us through the show running order.
Don't make us do that.
Well, where do you think this lands, let's say? Here we go.
Boom, let's go ignite. Suck my fat cock in a flash of light. I don't know, man.
Concentrated cock in a flash of light.
Should say an old 1997 Shawn Michaels entrance today where he is gesturing for a member of the public to suck his penis. But the phallic object he's holding is cannon-sized. He's like that. He's like stretching his own mouth to fit it in.
John Moxley likes to start the show.
He did it last week, didn't he? He trapped himself to...
Yeah. But
That's done now.
it's good now, so he's not going to make a habit of that.
That's for 1 per month.
That's us Cap providing the sting, of course. See the start there. That's how it starts. What main events? The press conf? Or does that go top of the hour? A lot to get through tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's over in City, to be honest. God,
Books.
That's just what I need on a freaking pay-per-view week.
Quite like FTR and Ciampa and the books too.
That's
Briscoe's
not.
main event.
I don't think they're going to
In
main
the
event
spirit
with
of
that.
Mile High Madness.
It'd be fun, yeah.
Yeah, loads of stuff happening.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to main event with that.
Women's title, maybe? TBS.
I mean, that's what we're calling here. So.
I'm going to go 1 hour 19. 59.
Right, Tony, go long, baby. That's what I want you to do this week. But let us know your thoughts ahead of AEW Dynamite in the comment section below or on X at WhatCultureWWE, where you can follow all 4 of us, sort of. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
HamflettX@gmail.com. I'm also on Cameo.
follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
follow our producer Adam Nicholas at
That's all Scott's radical.
Would a carton of concentrated cock be cock-a-corner?
Ah!
It's Adam Nicholas.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at What Culture.
Minute Maid, depending on how long you last.
It's good. At What Culture WWE. Make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling wherever you get your podcast.
Sonny D.
Oh, that's the one
Brilliant.
he's won.
You'll be walking on air for the rest of the day now, aren't you? Because you've won.
I'll probably walk around in a shame spiral on my head for what just happened to me throughout the entire lunch period. Why can't I be concise? I've read so many books about like the art of writing and just be concise. Just basically be Hemingway. Got it. I'll George R.R. Martin out on a podcast every day for the rest of my life. Got it.
You are literally the opposite of Hemingway. Forever and ever, amen. And I love it.
Yeah, I was going to say Sonny D, man. Hemingway didn't have that in him.
Yeah.
Nah, probably better.
We're just friends. We're just good friends.
Subscribe to the podcast for daily wrestling podcasts. We'll be back later on with the NXT review and, of course, back tomorrow to review AEW Dynamite. But for now, it's been the Dynamite preview. My thanks to Hamflett, to Sidgwick, to Nicholas. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.